Today, we're introducing one of Richmond's greatest culinary legends, caterer and bartender John Dabney, who had an incredibly successful career here in Richmond despite the fact that he was enslaved for the first 41 years of his life. And the Valentine Archives happen to hold the only known photographic portrait of Dabney. Born in Hanover County around 1824, Dabney was owned by Cora Williamson Desjardins, who hired him out to a relative that had Dabney trained first as a jockey and then as a waiter, bartender, and cook. He first oversaw the bar at Richmond's St. Charles Hotel on 15th and Main Streets, leaving seasonally to tend bar at several summer resorts in the Virginia mountains, including the Greenbrier, Allegheny, and White Sulphur Springs Hotel. Proving to be a culinary dynamo, by the 1850s, Dabney was running the kitchen and bar at the fashionable Exchange Hotel and Ballard House in downtown Richmond, where he even served his signature mint julep to the visiting Prince of Wales. Though most of his earnings during this time went back to Desjardins, Dabney was allowed to keep the small portion of money he made in tips. With these savings, he was able to start paying for his freedom from her in installments. However, he requested to pause his payments in the late 1850s in order to purchase his wife Elizabeth's freedom from another local slaveholder for $1,400 instead. He was finally emancipated himself in 1865, following the Civil War and the ratification of the 13th Amendment. However, despite the legal end of slavery, Dabney kept his word, and in 1866, he paid off the remaining balance he owed Desjardins for his freedom, a move which proved to be an incredibly shrewd business decision. His deed was reported in both local and national newspapers, earning him such a reputation of honor that he was able to secure credit at any bank, allowing him to acquire loans and purchase several properties throughout Richmond with his wife. He briefly operated the Senate House restaurant with Robert Taylor before leaving to open a restaurant and catering business under his own name in 1869. He put a notice in the Daily Dispatch that he would now be at his new stand at 806 Main Street and served customers free turtle soup to celebrate opening day. This terrapin stew became another signature dish alongside his famous mint juleps, which he topped with a heaping mound of shaved ice, berries, and flowers. During this period, Dabney was frequently hired as a caterer to throw lavish banquets and dinner parties for Richmond's elite families and social clubs. Together, Dabney and Elizabeth purchased a home at 1414 East Broad Street, where they had 9 children, 5 of whom lived to adulthood. Dabney continued working up until the week of his death and passed away June 7, 1900 at his house. All 4 daily Richmond newspapers reported on his death, each lauding his prowess behind the bar and incredible reputation within the Richmond catering community. To connect to more Richmond history, come visit us at the Valentine Museum, and look forward to more videos on great objects in our collection coming soon.